Are you truly getting what you pay for? You might be shocked to learn that most people are simply throwing their money away on magnesium supplements today. Today, we uncover the hidden truth behind those shiny bottles. If you think that big number on the front means everything, you are likely being deceived right now. Marketing experts love to use massive numbers like 1,000 milligrams to grab your attention. But these numbers are often a clever distraction from the actual truth. You see 500 milligrams on the label and assume that is how much magnesium you are getting. In reality, you might be consuming mostly fillers and transport molecules. Every year, millions of dollars are wasted on trash supplements. These products promise health, but deliver very little of the actual mineral your body desperately needs to function. And I'm going to expose the industry tricks used to inflate these numbers. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to spot the fakes. Magnesium is vital for your heart, your sleep, and your brain. If you are taking the wrong kind, you're missing out on these life-changing health benefits. Don't let your health budget go to waste. It is time to stop buying into the hype and start looking at the science behind the supplement bottle. We are diving deep into the difference between total compound weight and elemental magnesium. This is the secret the supplement companies do not want you to know. That single pill might look impressive, but what is actually inside? Is it the magnesium your heart needs? Or is it just a bulky, ineffective chemical bond? Most people fall for the numbers game. They think bigger is better, but in the world of nutrition, the quality of the form is what truly matters most. Let us break down the science. To understand why you are losing money, and we must look at how magnesium is bonded to other molecules for stability. Magnesium never exists alone in a pill. It is always attached to a carrier like glycine. This combination is what we call a magnesium compound or chelate. The carrier molecule acts like a delivery truck. While it is necessary for absorption, it takes up a huge portion of the total weight in every single dose. The biggest mistake is assuming the total weight is the mineral weight. If the pill is 1,000 milligrams, that does not mean you are getting 1,000 milligrams of magnesium. Different forms have different ratios. Magnesium oxide is 60% magnesium, but it is poorly absorbed. Magnesium glycinate is high quality, but only 14% actual magnesium. Look at the math. A 1,000 milligram pill of magnesium glycinate only gives you about 140 milligrams of elemental magnesium. The rest is just the glycine carrier molecule. Elemental magnesium is the only number that counts, and that is the actual amount of the mineral that your cells can use to perform thousands of reactions. Every form has its own percentage. Citrate is about 16%, while malate is around 11%. Knowing these ratios is the first step to being a smart shopper. Manufacturers know that consumers don't understand this math. They use the total weight to make their product look 6 times more powerful than it actually is. When you buy based on the front of the bottle, you're paying for the weight of the carrier, not the benefit of the actual magnesium mineral. This is why you might feel like your supplement isn't working. You think you are taking a high dose, but your body is actually starving for more. It is a game of labels and definitions. But once you see the trick, you can never unsee it. You will finally understand what your body needs. Each form serves a purpose, but none of them are 100% magnesium. And understanding this fundamental chemistry will save you hundreds of dollars in the long run. Now that you understand the science of elemental magnesium, let me show you a simple analogy that makes this even easier to visualize and remember. Imagine you go to a bakery and buy a massive apple pie because you are craving the fruit. It looks huge and very satisfying from outside. You pay a premium price for this giant apple pie, but as soon as you cut it open, you realize something is very wrong with your purchase. The pie is 90% crust and only 10% apple. You paid for apples, but you are mostly eating cheap flour and sugar instead of fruit. This is exactly how cheap magnesium supplements work. The 1,000 milligrams is the whole pie. But the elemental magnesium is that tiny, pathetic slice of apple inside. You are paying for the apple, which is the magnesium, but the manufacturer is filling the bottle with the crust, which is the bulky carrier molecule. Don't let the size of the pie deceive you. A smaller, better designed supplement might actually contain more apples than the giant, cheap bottle next to it. The front of the bottle is the marketing. It is the shiny crust of the pie designed to make you feel like you are getting a deal. When you swallow this pill, your body has to process all that crust just to get to the tiny bit of magnesium hidden deep inside of it. If you need 400 milligrams of magnesium a day, you might need to eat 4 of these pies. That is a lot of extra fillers you don't need. The goal is to get the most apple for your money. To do that, we have to learn how to look past the crust entirely today. Now that you can see the apple pie trick, let's learn how to read the supplement facts. Like a professional nutritionist, to find the truth. The back of the bottle is where the truth lives. Ignore the front. And always flip the bottle around and look for the supplement facts box immediately. Look for the word as or from. If it says magnesium as magnesium glycinate 100 milligrams, that means you are getting 100 milligrams of actual elemental magnesium. However, if the label simply says magnesium glycinate 500 milligrams, beware. This usually refers to the total compound weight, which is the crust we talked about. Honest brands will use the word providing to be crystal clear. For example, providing 150 milligrams of elemental magnesium is a sign of a very trustworthy product. If a bottle says 500 milligrams but doesn't specify elemental weight, you're likely only getting about 70 milligrams of magnesium. That is a massive difference in your dosage. To find the best value, don't compare the price per bottle. Compare the price per gram of elemental magnesium. This is how you find the deals. And this simple calculation reveals that the expensive bottle is often much cheaper than the bargain bottle that is mostly filled with worthless, heavy glycine carriers. Check the serving size too. Sometimes that big 500 milligram number requires you to swallow 4 giant capsules. That bottle will only last you a few days. While you are at it, look at the other ingredients. If the list is long and full of chemicals you can't pronounce, put that bottle back. You want a supplement, not a cocktail of fillers. A clean label with clear elemental magnesium amounts is the mark of a high-quality manufacturing process. Once you master this skill, you will never be fooled by flashy marketing again. You're now looking at supplements through the eyes of a scientist. Reading the label is your first line of defense. But even a perfectly labeled bottle could be hiding something dangerous, like heavy metal contaminants inside. And that leads us to the next critical step. Ensuring the magnesium you are putting in your body is actually pure and free of toxic waste. Content is one thing, but purity is another. Many cheap magnesium sources are mined from areas contaminated with lead, mercury, or even arsenic from soil. Without proper testing, you could be taking a daily dose of heavy metals. These toxins can build up in your system and cause serious long-term damage. Look for these gold standard seals: NSF, International, USP, or Informed Sport. These third-party certifications prove that what is on the label is actually in the pill. A USP seal means the product has been tested for potency and purity. It ensures the pill will actually dissolve and be absorbed by your body. If the bottle doesn't have a seal, check independent testing sites like Labdoor or Consumer Lab. They do the hard work of testing these products for you. You want to see a clean report. A reputable company will even provide a certificate of analysis if you ask for it. And never be afraid to ask. Quality companies invest in their packaging to keep the magnesium stable. If the bottle is cheap and flimsy, the ingredients inside might be degraded already. Choosing a pure product is about protecting your liver and kidneys. Don't trade one health problem for another just to save $5 at the store. Watch out for buffered blends. This is a common trick where companies mix cheap oxide into high-quality glycinate just to make the elemental magnesium look higher. A pure magnesium supplement should look consistent. Any strange colors or smells could be a sign of contamination or poor manufacturing practices during the process. When you buy certified products, you are buying peace of mind. You can trust that you are nourishing your body rather than slowly poisoning it with metals. Verification is the only way to be 100% sure. In an unregulated industry, these third-party labs are the only ones truly looking out for your health. Now that you have a clean, honest supplement, how do you make sure your body actually uses it? Absorption is the final piece of the magnesium puzzle. Magnesium doesn't work in a vacuum. It needs partners to get into your cells. Taking it with the right cofactors can double your absorption rates today. Vitamin B6 is magnesium's best friend. It acts like a key, opening the cell doors to let magnesium inside where it can actually start doing its work. You also need vitamin D3. Magnesium is required to activate vitamin D, but they also work together to manage calcium levels in your blood and bones. Studies show that combining magnesium with B6 is significantly more effective for stress and anxiety than taking magnesium by itself. It is a powerful combination. Don't take it on a completely empty stomach if you have a sensitive system, and a small healthy fat source can help the mineral move through your digestive tract. If you take magnesium glycinate at night, the glycine also helps calm your brain, leading to deeper, more restorative sleep and a better morning tomorrow. For muscle cramps, magnesium malate is the winner. It helps with energy production in the muscles, making it perfect for athletes or those with chronic fatigue. Remember that things like stress, caffeine, and sugar can deplete your magnesium levels. You might need to adjust your dose based on your lifestyle choices. Consistency is key. Taking a smaller, high-quality dose every single day is much better than taking a huge, low-quality dose once in a while. Your body will thank you. When your magnesium levels are optimized, your energy, mood, and sleep will reach a whole new level of health and vitality. So, here is your plan. Check your current bottle for elemental magnesium, look for third-party seals, and make sure you are taking it with vitamin B6. Stop being a victim of marketing and start being a smart consumer. Hit that subscribe button to join our community of people taking control of their health. Go check your supplement cabinet right now. Are you holding gold or just crust? I will see you in the next video for more health truths.